This is all well and good, but how am I supposed to get that in there? I see. Well, it would help if I picked up the thing I need to pick up. Come here. Give it here. Thank you. The hell?
Reminder, all employees are required to report their hours at the end of each month. The Federal Bureau of Control maintains that time is not subjective, and hours passed on alternative planes cannot be claimed. Astral dives do not accumulate overtime compensation. Thank you for your attention.
Okay, so if the house shifts, you don't get overtime payment. It seems a little bit unfair, but I suppose they've got to cover the back somehow, otherwise they just lose loads of money. I guess I could take this back now. The shadow. Paranatural entity A-010, aka the Shadow, is an aggressive blank consisting of 3 known types. Type A, localizing manifestations of sentient, I'm going to say beings, capable of occupying organic and inorganic material as well as exerting blank over its surroundings. Type B, shaded individuals, human bodies blank by the shadow. These individuals become notably more aggressive but do seem to retain blank of their previous selves. Research is ongoing as to whether this condition is reversible. Type C, shaded objects. Similar to Type B, except inanimate objects are blank solely to be used as destructive tools. So these are all the enemies in Alan Wake. Each type seems to work towards a shared goal, possibly targeting certain individuals, see AWE-35, which may imply a shared link to a blank intelligence. The threat this entity poses warrants immediate exploration of offensive and defensive measures. The investigation sector is being outfitted with additional lighting sources, some internally powered, to prepare for an eventuality of a blank. So they kind of clocked on quite easily to what was going on with the darkness.
My understanding of the darkness is fragmented, incomplete. This abyss, this void, it very much does not wish to be understood. If light symbolizes knowledge, then it stands to reason that darkness would equate to ignorance. By its very nature, it abhors comprehension. Of course, my own nature drives me to comprehend all. We are opposing forces, destined to collide. And given this conflict of natures, we know that the light of truth will burn away the darkness, both figuratively and literally. Any significant light source can be used as protection,
How do you
even
know
weaponry
this?
against this metaphysical gloom. And then there are the artists. I know for a fact that Tom, Wake, the Anderson brothers, and Lane all had some involvement with the darkness. The question is whether their uncanny ability to affect reality through their art beckons the darkness, or did their work perhaps even create it? With Wake now secure in my lodge, I expect I shall grow closer to learning the answers to these questions. Assuming he cooperates, which is proving quite the challenge. Well, perseverance is the foundation of knowledge. Speaking of, I must be off on my rounds.
Okay, so Hartman knew more than he was letting on. Assuming. Train derailment resulting in 62 casualties and numerous injuries suspected to be in the work of a paracriminal group known as Blank. As a result of this event, the agents discovered that one of the cars had become altered with a persistent auditory event. It remains to be determined whether the AW was spontaneous or the direct result of the sabotage. Event response. The Bureau had been tracking said group at the time, and the intel gathered suggested an event of this caliber was imminent at Bloomington. As a result, a response team was on site was able to respond to the train accident within minutes of its occurrence. They arrived to find emergency processes underway, but also equipment left by the suspected group. A suspicious onlooker managed to elude agents after they attempted to make contact. Further investigation of the accident site revealed a curiously undamaged train car that exhibited an altered state when entered. This individual car was secured and transported to the investigation sector for further studies. Oh god, I'm gonna get all the really weird objects of power, aren't I? Oh, hello. Who are you? Why are you like a NASA spaceman? What's going on? Actually, you help. Is that all of you? Oh. It's always one, isn't there? Or in this case, two. I like this gun. Airborne Hiss Ranger. Okay. Doesn't help I keep running into the glass. So what we'll try and do is we'll try and plow on with the main parts of the DLC, but we'll keep an eye out on the arty missions at the same time.
I don't feel right.
No, this isn't.
Something in this darkness is draining me.
Oh yeah, I'm losing my energy. Oh, that's intriguing. It's similar to Alan Wake in
Shit.
a sense
Now what?
that the darkness is.
What is that?
Is that Hartman?
Darkness.
Come on, elevator, time to go.
What the?
You don't like the light. Use it.
Okay. I understand. I think I understand. The only downside to this is I can't be everywhere at once. Okay, so there's another area there. If I take that, this is an interesting boss fight. I can hear him creeping around. That noise is creepy. Does it do my head in slightly, but stick with creepy for now. I can't seem to see where there's another area. If I use my flight and get myself into light, I'll keep going with my sick poetry. I see you. Am I able to beat him now? Or is there still one area? I guess over there is potentially an area of concern, I suppose. If I can get this up here, I've got to try and avoid going through the darkness because it's actually genuinely providing injuries to Jessie, as well as draining her of her health, of her powers. Then where is it? Ah.
Yeah, how do you like that?
Okay. Well, now I can actually explore this place because there was a lot around. I kind of like that as a little boss battle. It wasn't over the top, and he hasn't killed him. Surely he's going to come back, but still. Excursion into the Ocean View Motel and Casino has discovered a previously unseen door in the lobbyway. This door features a spiral shape marking designation door blank. Similar to the other doors, it is locked and cannot be forced open. Alice Wake, a person of interest in Bright Falls AWE, referred to AWE 35 for details, and the former wife of missing author Alan Wake, a suspected para-utilitarian and blank, contacted agents Sarr and Dempsey of the investigation sector using a phone number given to her in 2010 in accordance with civilian outreach protocols. The call resulted in Mrs. Wake being brought into the Oldest house for an in-person interview. For a full transcript, refer to file blank on blank 2017. The excursion into the Ocean View Motel occurred later the same day. Determining whether this was a basic synchronicity event, if Alice Wake is responsible for its appearance, or if the door itself relates to AWE 35 is paramount. She should be returned to the Oldest house, possibly even taken to the motel itself to confirm if any other changes occur. So Alice has been here.
Brian Hartman, 21 years old, resident of Southern Texas.
I'm sorry, ma'am, but I really don't understand why I'm here.
You know what you did, Mr. Hartman.
I do?
Tell me about Delivery Disaster.
The movie? I mean, it wasn't very good.
That's not what your review said, but we'll come back to that. Tell me where you got the movie from.
Movie night with a K, not an N, not night like nighttime, but
Who contacted you? Who told you to review that film?
no one. I just did it because it looked obscure. I didn't even like the movie. I shouldn't have given such a high score, but reviewing obscure films makes you look smart. And I thought if I looked smart, I would get listeners. My podcast would take off and I could move out of my parents' basement and maybe even go to college and get a film degree like I've always wanted to. I swear. I swear, I swear, I swear.
Okay, the kid doesn't know shit. I'm ending the session.
Okay. So again, references to the movie camera. We had some other stuff around here. Oh, we've got new bureau alerts in the foundation as well. That's kind of cool. Oh, well, you kind of fucked me over a little bit that one, but okay. It's decided to set it something else as my main mission, so I'm going to have to go into the menu in a second and fix it. Vending machine. Containment procedure non-known. Testing and investigation sector is currently ongoing. A vending machine. Its front covered in a faux wood panel. Coin operated. Buttons for selecting food products. Then generates and stores a variety of material, both edible and otherwise, in its rows of internal trays. Internal testing suggests the item reacts to the mind of the individual in closest proximity and will produce whatever they subconsciously desire. Attempts to cause the item to create a living blank have consistently failed. The item was discovered in a nursing home in blank, Alberta, after a resident named Muriel called a local news station about a magic vending machine. The news story reported the nursing home staff were purposely stocking the machine with distinctive food and objects as a way to raise the residents' spirits. The Bureau response team encouraged this story while confiscating the item. So, is it actually an altered event, altered object or not? If you had a magic vending machine, what would you ask for? I'll get back to you on that one. This screenplay was found after the Bureau acquired the Night Springs television series and all its past episode scripts. It appears to be written by Alan Wake as part of an application to become one of the show's writers. Night Springs spec script episode Over the Threshold Darkly by Alan Wake. It is only human nature to wish... I can't do the voice. It's only human nature to wish... I'm not going to do it. To control the forces around us, and with even more so to possess them. But what happens when those forces are not ours to claim, or even of this world? What if they are the things you can discover in Night Springs? Interior Secret Lab, Night. We are in the secret lab. The large sign on the wall reads the Federal Bureau of Night Springs. Scientists have told you several times, Director, it isn't ready. It's ready when I say it's ready, Doctor. But being beyond the portal, we have no control over it. So is the FBC a concept of Alan Wake? My mind is in in kind of a state of huh? Right now. That is a potential possibility that all this is actually part of Alan Wake's story. I mean, that would be fucking cool, but... Do we have anything? Doesn't look like there's anything else around here. Apart from that, Hartman's background. Dr. Emil Hartman is an academic psychotherapist that owned and operated a recovery center in blank Washington, focused on the treatment of artists struggling with creative blocks and other mental disorders. Publicly, Dr. Hartman's treatment center seemed unremarkable in its methods and purpose. Privately, however, Dr. Hartman was abusing his patients in order to utilize any latent blank abilities that may possess, with the aim of shaping blank to his own benefit, which earned him a Class 2 paracriminal designation. Note, for more on link between artists and their ability to blank reality through artistic mediums, see file blank. Investigations proved that Dr. Hartman's illegal endeavours were conducted alone. After being approached by the Bureau during the blank investigation, he displayed no remorse or intention to cease his actions. Dr. Hartman was taken into custody, evaluated, and released blank months later, having been deemed a negligible threat. His medical license has been permanently revoked. I am kind of enjoying the fact that it links and leaves you with that question of is this real? Well, it's real.
What are you doing in investigations?
Jesus, don't scare me like that, Langston.
If you're talking right now, I can't hear you. It's a one-way system. Try to find an intercom.
Alright, don't speak to me like I'm an idiot. Come on.
Langston,
Let's get to this. I'll come back to
me,
it.
Jesse.
I know. I can see you on the monitors. The cameras in there haven't worked since we sealed that sector off a couple years back.
Let me guess. You sealed it because of the monster guy.
Wait, did you see Dr. Hartman? Jesus, I really wish you hadn't opened that fire break. Okay, listen, you need to find Hartman and kill him before he gets out into the Bureau.
That thing is a person?
He was a person. We brought him here to study after he was, altered in an AWE. I forget the medical word for what happened, but now light physically hurts him. Do you have a flashlight?
No.
A lantern? Headlamp? Oh, yeah, flare gun. Oh, Christmas lights. You could wrap them around your...
I don't have any of those, Langston.
I like the reference to Barry.
Okay, well, I'm sure you'll think of something. I'll keep an eye on you from the panopticon. This is kind of exciting, right?
Maybe from where you're standing.
Right, okay. Well, break a leg. Oh, why did I say that?
Okay.
Yeah, don't say that.
Have gotten very far. Let's go flush him out. Langston was right. This is gonna be exciting.
It's just nice to have someone to talk to, you know? Ever since I got put in charge of the Panopticon, people treat me different, like I'm crazy for wanting to work with altered items. People just don't understand the altered items like I do, you know? I don't want to brag, but it does take a very empathetic mind to connect with the items.
Doesn't
Still, I
want to
don't know why
brag.
people are making it so personal.
Right.
I mean, the teams in research handle
Oh,
paradoxical
he
materials
follows me. I
every day,
didn't
and
want to
someone
walk
thinks
away.
they're weird. Well, maybe that's not true, darling.
Oh, maybe I did walk away. Sorry, Hartman. Hartman? Not Hartman. Why am I calling him Hartman? I'm so used to Langston, I meant to say. Hartman's who we're going to find, hopefully. So what are your thoughts on it so far, folks in the chat, especially those who played Alan Wake?
Right? Yeah, of course you are. Still, I don't know why people are making it so personal. I mean, the teams in research handle paranatural materials every day, and no one thinks they're weird. Well, maybe that's not true. Darling is famous for being a bit out there, but when he's weird, it's charming. Altered items really aren't that frightening once you get to know them. If you figure out what they like or don't like, you know, what sets them off, then there's nothing to worry about. I guess at the end of the day,
You
we're
say.
still just wild animals.
Yeah, okay. It's telling me I can upgrade something, but I can't. Should I create a weapon mod? Yeah, we could do a weapon mod, I suppose. Projectiles fired 15 would shatter. That's the same. A shame.
Scared of our own shadows. We're supposed to be on.
Give me a minute. I'm trying to upgrade stuff here. Langston, give me a minute. Let's increase
The same
that.
team, but sometimes it feels like it's every department for themselves, like it's a race and we're all trying to be number one. If it is a race, though, I'd say Darling is a mile ahead of everyone else. He was Trench's golden boy for years, but that relationship has gotten pretty tense, or so I've heard through the grapevine. Not that I spread rumors, just, you know, we'll talk. Not me, though. I keep my nose
Are you
to the ground.
going to keep
Too much
talking?
work to do to focus on those kinds of things.
Right. You help now. I can't seem to get much out of it. Come on, come on, come on, come on, come on. And you will become mine now, and you must blow up your friends. Go on, off you go. Who are you aiming at? Out of curiosity, because you're not hitting me, by the way. Come. The haste and dark presence seems somewhat similar. I feel like there's definitely something about how Alan's possibly created the world. Possibly on his own, possibly with or via Zane. I think it's great how they got the same voice back to back to play Alan. Does anyone think there's anything in Alan's voice actor also voices Dr. Darling? Alan potentially creates the events in control, manipulating Jesse into doing what she does. I don't know about the Dr. Darling thing. I mean, that might be worth a Wikipedia or something, or Google, just to have a look. I don't think they're the same person. I mean, I think it's kind of cool that they managed to get Ilka Villi back to play Alan, because it wouldn't have been the same if they got a different actor. I don't think I was supposed to drop down here, but... What is that? Is that a... I can't even see what that is because it keeps blocking it off. I think I'm supposed to go here. You would think so because of the... Well, because of that. I can't see shit. Same person IRL, maybe Darling is Wake's voice of reason to encourage Jesse forward. That's a... I mean, that's an interesting thought. Oh, it's there. Shit. Get out of the way. Right. Now. How do I work this out? So, if I drop one... Can I take this light with me? Yeah, I like the theory anyway about the Darling being Wake's kind of puppet in getting messages through to Jesse. I'd encourage her moving forward or give her information. See, you can't be attacked by the darkness if you're wielding a light. Unless you then throw that light 6 ways from Sunday. Uh oh. Wow, they hit hard. Harder than I remember. Yeesh. So, one thing as well, because obviously I try and discuss things as much with you guys on stream as possible, try and get your thoughts and opinions on different things. The Bethesda acquisition for Microsoft. Thoughts, opinions, vibes, all of the above. Oh, it's got a healing bubble, that's why. I need to get out of there quick. Run away. How am I supposed to get through that? I should have gone the other way. There would have been health on the floor. Yeah, the acquisition of Bethesda for Microsoft, and also the rumor going around about them apparently wanting to. They're either going to require Sega because people have seen a controller that Microsoft have released that's in Sega colors or something, and it said still iconic, which everybody has interpreted as it's saying Sonic. I'm gonna die again, and there's no health around, so there's not really much else I can do. For flaming hell's fire. I literally ran around the area where the things exploded and probably were going to give me health, but they weren't there. I need to start using my shield more. It's there, I just keep forgetting I have it. Well, I can't use it at the moment because I need to take over that red orb. Because then it'll heal me. Right. Are we all done? Whew. Overall, not happy with the Bethesda buyout. Yes, there can be a new Vegas sequel, but fewer studios. There are less choice we have as consumers. I get that. I mean, as long as Microsoft allows it to, I guess, act independently, I don't think it should be too bad. I mean, that's not likely to happen, but as it was pointed out, Microsoft would be wise to continue to let like games go on to both consoles, because I mean certain PlayStation fanboys to a degree would be like, well, I'm not giving Microsoft any of my money. Well, if Bethesda are selling a game on PlayStation and they want it and they buy it, they have to. They don't get a choice. So, and it's more money coming in, but it's something like 6.4 or 7.2 billion they've spent. It's a good move for Microsoft. Makes the subscription package very enticing. Plus the EA access, well timed due to the pre-ordering today. The Sega thing is interesting though. Like it when I found it was randomly trending, tenuous maybe, but the controller color, yes, I agree. It's less choice, but it's a total dominance over Sony. Well, this is the thing is, I wouldn't say it's total dominance over Sony. I wouldn't maybe go that far. In my mind, it's not a console war anymore. People want there to be console wars because they want them to be console wars. Microsoft seem like they're trying to make a machine that can do everything. I don't mean less choice in terms of I expect them to stop allowing Fallout, etc. on PlayStation. I don't think they would. For a financial point of view, I don't think they would. I don't think there's a console war anymore because Sony are committed to making games. Microsoft are committed to making it entertainment. Control. I mean, in terms of which companies we support. Yeah. But I think with those who are just totally against Microsoft and anything that Microsoft ever do, I think the idea that it's going to be a case of somebody's like, oh, I hate Microsoft and everything they stand for. Oh, by the way, Bethesda have a new why did I do that? A new Elder Scrolls game coming out, and they're going to be like, you know, shit, I must have it. That's already money going into Microsoft's pocket. I think Microsoft have been very shrewd with it. I'll give them that. And if they get Sega, I mean, if that's true, it's a big play. Brain missing. That sounds ominous. To the good for nothings at the security check. I know you took part of my brain when you put me through that metal detector. I'm not stupid. I know what they're really for. What I don't know is whether taking a part of my brain causes me to lose my memories or to lose sleep. If I told you, I've been told if you lose sleep, you lose everything else too. That's where you trick us regular people. Now I don't know which it is, and I can't remember what you did to me. But I can tell all this much. I don't find this funny. All I want is my memories back. And you can be sure next time I visit the Baltimore-Washington International Thurgood Marshall Airport, I will come and find you and make sure you fix what you broke. Sincerely, I don't think I'll be signing this with my real name. Like I said, I'm not stupid. You can just mind your own business. As I've said multiple times, though, I hope both companies thrive.
All right, Ati. Was this what you had in mind?
Oh, I'm actually in the middle of doing an Arty quest. Okay. In the utility corridor. So that must mean there's some more around here somewhere. Oh, there is. I mean, I tell you one game that I'm looking forward to. Well, I say I'm looking forward to. It's already out, but I want to play it. Maybe obviously maybe on stream, maybe off stream. I haven't really decided yet. It's going to be a long term one anyway. Is Ghost of Tsushima. That looks pretty cool in terms of games. And then there's I mean, it keeps getting shown at the Sony conferences as well, but Resident Evil Village. I agree we have to think of Avis being a fictitious console war. No win, no loss should be choice based upon however people judge their criteria. Yeah, I mean, I kind of go with that. I mean, for all this Sony versus Microsoft stuff, you know, up until maybe Fall Guys came out, and because I haven't played Resident Evil 3 yet, my game of the year is Fall Guys right now. But up until Fall Guys came out, you'd be arguing that maybe Animal Crossing was probably the game of the year because of the amount of people who played it and obsessed over it, and I have it and played it, you know. So
Shit.
AC systems. Am I gonna die if I walk in here? I shouldn't, right? Night Springs screenplay page 2. The robust director shoves the nerd-like scientist aside and heads for the portal control panel. He slams the on button with a determined fist. All the more reason. The entire screen is filled with dangerous red. This fades away and we see that 2 men are in another dimension. The air ripples around them as if they were a 1983 Pontiac Firebird Trans Am sitting in the Texas sun after a 5-day road trip. Wow, that's a stretch for a description, isn't it? What have you done? You've doomed us. Control yourself, Doctor. Where's this beast of yours? Right there, sir. A horrible, shapeless, shifting entity fills the horizon. It can't be described. That's how horrible it is. What a thing of beauty you've been keeping from me. Okay. Eradicate the mold. I'm blowing myself up, aren't I? Hey, at least I'm acknowledging it. Is that everything? I feel like it isn't. I feel like there's something up here. I've got to be careful. At some point I'll go back to Animal Crossing and find it full of weeds and dead residents. I don't wish, but I kind of do wish that was something that happened. The weeds bit, yeah, it'll be full of weeds. You can go back to selling turnips. You're in here, aren't you?
Christ. Did the Hartman thing do all this?
Yep. Looks like it. Bad times ahead for all these people. I don't know. I think I see what the puzzle is. So it is not what I wanted it to do. So it's this one, or that one, and this one is all the way over there. But how do you propose I do that with only 2 cubes? So, I have to open this one first. Alright, okay. So, man. So that's 1. 2. And we'll do this one. I like the little puzzles like this. I mean, I say little puzzles. It's not rocket science, you know. That one, and which is the other one? It's down here. Right? Oh no, there's 4. Oh. Okay. I see what I need to do.
Reminder, the law of 3 also applies to all faucets within the oldest house. Be mindful and don't cause any aquatic misconduct. Thank you for your attention.
The rule of 3. It's like the rule of 6. Oh. There was a door. Did I blow myself up? I don't think I did. I think I was stood quite far back from that. How bizarre. By the way, quick Fall Guys update as well. Another crown off stream. So I'm up to 26 now. The goal is 50, so... Oh my god, I'm not all the way back here. Please don't give me enemies. Yep, he gave me enemies. How about I just ignore you all and we just pretend that... Oh god, pretend that you don't exist. Yeah, ain't happening. Goodbye. No thanks. Oh, great. Can't see with no light. That's such a weird place. Okay. Ominous music is ominous, right? Okay. Now what? Double lights. I've just opened myself up to a world of hurt. Never mind, run the other way. Although I think I actually can't get back this way, so... Can I get back up there? No. That's a problem. Especially if there's enemies about. I don't know how I managed to make it through there with the camera facing the wrong way. I'll put it down to skill. Let's just say that. Oh! We have enemies now. Oh, it's mold people! Where do you come from? I'm gonna stop using this gun for a minute, because I'm blowing myself up more than I'm blowing anybody else up. Come here, I need your precious life force. Do I have to do this puzzle all over again? I shouldn't need to, right? Right. Be careful with guns, be careful with all things that involve guns and gun-related things. Well, looks like we're at the end of this part anyway.